Hey, juniors, how you doing? Today is Wednesday, November the 16th, and let's take a look at what we've got going on today. So like we said, all week we are going to be gathering all this information and using it on Friday. And Friday, we're going to ask you to evaluate the term witch hunt, and is it still applicable? So yesterday we talked about hate and the role hate plays in decisions that people make. Today, we're going to look at a historical view of witch hunts, okay? And then we're going to use that again, like I said, on Friday. Our essential question is, do I understand what a witch hunt has been in the past? So one of the things as we're looking at this, we're going to look at the historical part, like what were witch hunts, and then how is that term being used now? That will be tomorrow. And then we'll put it together on Friday. So we're going to look at the past and what have witch hunts been in the past. So what we're going to do is we're going to break you up into small groups, and we're going to give each group member a specific assignment. And you are going to research a particular witch hunt. And by this, we mean an actual hunt for witches, right? And then we're also going to give you an article about witch hunts in the 21st century. And what you're going to do is you're going to research that as a group. You're going to research that past event, and you're going to compare it to what it's been in the 21st century, right? So we're going to be able to look about the past and then a relatively near present, okay? Our standards today, we want to develop a delivery appropriate method to deliver our research. So what you're going to do is you're going to execute a written plan, or you're going to execute a research plan. You're going to find and evaluate those sources, and then you're going to be able to report that back to us. By the way, if you want to look at the 80s movie quote of the day, what's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away? That comes from Beetlejuice, the very famous Beetlejuice movie. Let's take a look at the assignment for today. And we do have an instruction sheet that we will give you. We will give you a particular witch hunt from the past. We will also give you an article from the National Geographic to compare it to recent events, okay? And then each member of the group, and you'll have probably 3 members in your group, each member will have a specific piece of information to find, okay? Pulling that up, it will look like this. So person number 1, so person 1 and person 2 in your group, they will find each a different source about the historical witch hunt. Title, author, publication, what makes it a credible source. So just that evaluation piece we've been talking about. When did this event occur? Okay, where did it occur? And then, the basic facts like how many were killed, and then any breakdown we can get. That's kind of important because I think we always think of witches as women, and a lot of times it is women that are accused and executed for witchcraft, but it's not always that. And so can we break it down? Ages, sexes, any other kind of factors we might have. In fact, one of them was known for the number of pregnant women that it executed. Person number 2 in the group, again, title, author, date, and then again, what makes that source credible. Their questions will be, when did this end? And then what makes this, what ended it? Why did it end? What was the thing that made it stop? Okay. And that's different than when, like, it's not just when it happened, but what were the factors that came together to make it stop? In Salem, okay, there were all these people, until there was really nobody left to accuse or be accused. And then there were orphans. All these parents were in jail. There was orphans. The cows weren't able to be milked, and they were hurting and crying and mooing, and they were loose all over the town, and everything had just fallen apart. That was kind of the end of the Salem witch trial. There were a couple other factors too, including Abigail, who's one of the chief accusers who fled town, okay? But we want to know what brought this to a conclusion, what wrapped things up, okay? Person number 3 has a deceptively easy job because person number 3 has the article from the National Geographic, which talks about modern day witch hunts, right? Or recent hunts for witches and actual witches, okay? But their question will be is, how does this compare? What are the differences between pre and post 1900, right? Like, what are the similarities and what are the differences? So what's going to happen is, as 1 and 2 are doing their research, number 3 will be doing their research, and then 1 and 2 will have to kind of share that information to 3, so 3 can kind of formulate that answer, Okay. What will happen is you will record your information on big posters. We will post those up in the room because those will be used on Friday. We will be able to use that on Friday so that you can have access to that historical data so that you have a past and present to use to answer your question on Friday. So as always, please, if you have any questions at all, please make sure you're reaching out to Ms. McGuire. We do want to help you. We want you to be successful, and good luck, everybody.